They will get the turtle, but first blood in the hands of Kyle Teasy. Still going to be fighting it out here. Oakwood already using that primal wrap. Will be fine. So they trade it here. An objective for the kill.
All right. Agent Zero for the turtle. What's the economy on that, Raptor?
Oh, well, it is Bren leading, surprisingly enough, with Blacklist International getting the turtle and TP's Barometer. Okay, so I'm leaning towards the idea that maybe this might be actually really 10 years ago. They look confident playing it. So maybe Pico still has a spike despite Blacklist getting the turtle.
Yeah, there's about 500 gold here at 3 minutes in. Do note, folks, that Blacklist International through Sensui's just ever-sharp retribution got that turtle right in the heat of things. Let's look at the top lane situation, though we did mention that the Ixia is a glass cannon. Is this triple support situation good for the Ixia? Is this going to help OHEB when it comes to, let's say, the mid-game? Because I assume that's what Super Marco wants to start a fight.
Yeah, honestly, one thing I wanted to say earlier is the lineup of Blacklist are built to help OHEB thrive, really. And the lack of dive from maybe Bren doesn't.
Oh, they're gonna go for they wanted Oakwood, but Oakwood said no, so they're fine.
They should be happy that they were able to force a flicker out. That means a little bit less surprise coming out from the Ego to Fogo. And again, he's been on fire with a hero. OHEB already got the build up of the Corrosion side. So yeah, this Blacklist draft is really, again, ×2 or ×5 is the idea of put everything in for OHEB, set him up for success.
Not just Oakwood, even Super Marco had to spend his flicker. Yes. Survive that whole rotation from Blacklist. So yeah, big battle spell for your rotational speed. I'd say Blacklist put him exactly where they want him. There's about 1,000 gold ahead here between AP Bren and Blacklist, approaching this second turtle. And you can see there's a lot of blue up there. AP Bren first to the scene.
Yeah, they're going to make their way there. Sensui wants to get this purple buff. Going to go ahead and do that. But will he get here in time to actually contest this? It looks like they're not going to be able to. Bren J's going to try to buy some time the best he can, but Kyle Teasy will get the turtle. There's nothing Blacklist International can do about it.
Yeah, a step ahead there was AP Bren, but as Blacklist usually does, they leave OHEB to go into the XP lane, push separately instead. See if AP Bren can equalize it out. Good cut by Ogwen to give a little bit more time for Super Marco to actually get some hits on that shielding.
All right, I think OHEB there was maybe a wave too early. But again, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. Looking at the player gold here, Super Marco, yeah, no, that cut by Ogwen did get him up by maybe 200, 300 gold over OHEB.
As we look at the items right now, it looks like it's gonna be okay. So the newer build style on the Beatrix, where they're gonna build the Fury Hammer first and then go into the Blade of Despair, turn that into a Hunter Strike potentially, or if they actually get the Snowball, they might actually even rush them a little bit forward.
My biggest question too with this is, like, if you even get the Divine Judgment off on the target you want to, do you have enough damage to follow up without OHEB?
We have the right kind of damage too.
I feel like maybe they're just gonna, oh wait.
Okay, the target's gonna be Flap Teasy, rest of AP Bren making their way. They have to get rid of him. He's got the immortality as well. Oakwood jumps in, the rest of the team disengages. And that's what we're looking at. All that thrown at Flap Teasy, he's fine.
An immortality pop and a flicker for a flicker and some ults from Blacklist. So again, there's a good amount of economy here. Resources being exchanged between these two teams, which allows for them to sit at 1-0 6 minutes in.
Yeah, the lineup that Blacklist fielded actually, but wait, well that's how Kyle is actually going for an infinite.
Yeah, see if you have, okay.
Ooh, goes behind you.
Sensui though, pretty upset about it. Will they pull the trigger? No, they don't.
What makes this all the more miserable for Sensui is he spent his retribution.
Yeah.
Good news right now from Blacklist. Oh, look at you. And that's the beauty of the Lilia. You can just toss damage, put yourself down to a really dangerous spot, but then you'll be able to set the damage dish onto you anyways. So the lineup of Blacklist actually forced a Flap Teasy to build an immortality, something that recent export players haven't been doing, which is that first item immortality. They usually build damage now, but because of all of the things that can mess up the export, he was forced to build it.
They're trying to delay this turtle here. Sensui went to get his orange. He's trying to make his way here. Blacklist International looks like they're just going to call it again, just giving up this turtle to AP Bren. Where do they start fighting? Being along for the ride.
Way to do it. You prioritize objectives, and again, we saw this in game one, rather two. We saw this in game two. Blacklist International said we'll play the map, and then we'll go from there. I hope they're able to step on the clutch fast enough this time around.
This Blacklist International. When every one of them wanted to step together, the thing Blacklist would want to look for and their best target actually for the Divine Judgment might actually be that Lilia, or if they really want to, Kyle Teasy. Let's see if they can even get to it, because the damage on this little girl right now up to an enchanted talisman, already going to ice mode. So the utility is going to be big coming in from that bit.
Alright, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. They're feeling themselves. Again, the fact that AP Bren, none of them picked Purify, while they force a KDA machine himself to pick the Purify, just speaks of how they're going at this, their mental state going into Game 3.
Yeah, okay, so for this Kadra, quick update, he's actually going for a defensive cooldown rush. So he already has a cooldown in his Talus, but he also first built the Oracle into a Brute Force Breastplate. So this is, yeah, tanking Kadra, go for pure utility, maximize cooldown.
Man, every time you see that, right, you think they're going to push the go on it, but they don't. So Blacklist International, it just seems like their plan is, let's just wait, build up enough time. We put our eggs in the basket of Oheb here on this Iksha. Is he where it needs to be? I mean, he's got at least a couple items.
Yeah, he is still behind though.
500 gold, give or take.
500 gold, but the question right now is, can the lineup of Blacklist hold on long enough to actually allow Oheb to get a really good full barrage hit?
Well, we'll have to answer that after we see the Lord spawn. Kyle Teasy just a wee bit better at securing them as compared to Sensui. Stealing them though, that's a whole nother story. Lord spawns up top, the higher quarter, and now Blacklist playing footsies. No dice, doesn't want to force the issue. All 5 of them here present with Flap Teasy following up.
This is the item pathing we were talking about actually.
Yep.
Beatrix rushing the Malefic Roar already. So they have to watch out for this damage power spike from the Beatrix.
Right now, they're going to go ahead and start it up. Certainly as well, being shown nothing to it. They want to just wait, take their time for this. Again, with this lineup, a lot of this is also where Oheb is and on the positioning. AP Bren holding it together, though.
Yep, gonna be mid here, the priority. That main artery penetrated. First turret down, Blacks International. That's a lane that they just let go of. Top might be next as AP Bren continues to dance. Sensui got the pull. Blacklist very favored here. And AP Bren, I don't think they're in any rush.
They still have some minion waves to handle, so good little push there, top side from the members of Blacklist, Oheb and Renegade. Someone needs to initiate first, and let's see who the main target here for AP Bren will be and who the main target for Blacklist will be.
Again, both teams have the initiation. It's going to be Edward finding 3 with the penalty zone. They're going to have to fight it out. Oheb waiting for the setup himself. They're going to back off a little bit. The flicker comes through. Oh, barrage! The flicker in. They find 1. Now they're going to fight it out. Lord's still going to be worked on. Looking for Kyle Teasy next. He's right low. Can they get him down? It's Oheb that does it. They get the Lord as well. Blacklist International fights back.
The rubber band snaps. And Blacklist International took their sweet time. And that is the slowest turn and the most confident turn I've seen in all of the playoffs. They score the Lord.
What was the question earlier? Can this front line of Blacklist buy enough time and make sure that Oheb gets a key? Awesome positioning with that full barrage, and he did, and they could. And now Blacklist are finding some second wind, again with a lineup that we're not so sure of if it was intended or not.
And so far, it's them now in the driver's seat, calling the shots, presenting every single threat from every angle that AP Bren can imagine. I almost thought Few had the perfect angle there for the wall, but I guess Blacklist saw it coming. They were a step and a half ahead.
And it also looked like that they were able to sidestep just enough damage from that Lilia, but I was wondering why Flap Teasy wasn't able to use the Farag, not Farag armor, the last Insanity. Maybe he did use it a little bit earlier on.
He did.
Oh yes, he did. So that's why. They need to time that a little bit better so that they can actually use it for Oheb to force him back and find him his positioning. Flap Teasy needs to time last Insanity better.
And you see this is one thing that exports love to do. They love to just stay up front and try to bait something out from the other team. They know they have multiple ways of saying alive, right? So with that, again, Blacklist International, they're showing the confidence, even if it's just Renegade showing it right now with the spam there.
He's got it. He knows it. And wait, they're looking for an angle, looking for a pull. All right, Blacklist playing this very, very carefully.
Bren need to respect it, the positioning, and again, the support and utility rating of Blacklist with everything that they have to help out their Ixia. They need to conserve ability behind Ixia.
Edward could jump in. Target could be flat. They get the last insanity out as well. Sensui gets his buff. They force him back. They get a resource out from AP Bren.
Slow and steady. AP Bren did the slow push down bottom, and so far they've kept the lead close despite Blacklist going in for the blowout in that last Lord fight. 40 seconds until the next Lord comes up. It's Luminous.
You're looking at Blacklist. It looks like we smelled a different kind of wind. This time they're a little more comfortable, being a bit aggressive and a bit more forward. Retribution, how easy. Actually use this Retribution to try to get a slow on someone. They spread on just yet.
It's a DPZ. So hair trigger reaction.
Already up to going on as well. So that means Blacklist International are going to feel more damage coming out from that Lilia, who is actually our top damage leader of the game so far.
And again, Oheb, we saw it in the last fight with that Lord being there. The placement, the positioning for him so crucial here. And a well-placed full barrage with the flicker available could change the tide of a fight in the skirmish here. And we see them get positioned for this Lord fight.
All right, AP Bren and Blacks International going up for the scrum. They can reset, they can engage, or they can back off. Lord here pulled in by Kyle Teasy. AP Bren leaning. This is a bush that's controlled by Bren. Ooh!
And for you, Bennett's Rage used by Super Marco, that's big.
It's a big moment there. Blacklist International wants to do something with it. They're gonna push AP Bren back a little bit. Will have to be crucial with the positioning. Oheb in trouble. Full barrage can come down. Can they turn it around here? Flap Teasy, immortality will be popped. Still gonna be working on him. Lord is taken and secured by Sensui. And now they run down Flap. They're focusing on another few in Super Marco quite low. Kyle Teasy running for his life, but he'll be obliterated by Oheb.
And just
Ayo,
like that,
Blacklist.
Blacklist once more asserts dominance.
Streamer nih.
The Lord Pit, I was born in it. You merely adopted the Lord Pit.
Right now,
2-1 dulu,
the
2-1
Sixia,
dulu.
the positioning of Blacklist is the bane of AP Bren, having their backs broken not once but twice.
Still a little bit far off.
Whoa,
Edward gonna jump in,
dude.
finds the mark. Super mark goes out. It's only few, and here comes the Lord with Blacklist International. Now focusing on the top. Flap and few, waiting for Kyle Teasy. Does Blacklist International end it here? They're gonna focus again on the mid turret. Flap Teasy keeping it together. Few with Kyle Teasy here now as well. Crystal's gonna be worked on with Lord goes down. Oheb gets another kill. Kyle Teasy's in trouble. Looking for him. One hit away. Sensui can't
one
get
hit.
him. And right now, AP Bren still sticking it in. Crystal's gonna be worked on now. Blacklist International trying to hold it together. They find Kyle Teasy. Few here, Owen as well. Super Marco just gets up, and AP Bren defends.
Blacklist International, situational awareness. They could have overcommitted. They could have forced the issue. They could have stayed to possibly end this game and get one on the board in this series. But they say, let's back on out of here. I smell something fishy. Oakland popped the conceal. Could have found one. Blacklist skedaddled. 6K ahead. They have ruined AP Bren's base.
The size of the coconuts on Blacklist International. They were all so low, but they still stayed. They still tried to fight, try to fight a push, try to build the lead even more so. I thought they were going to be a goner with all of the ticking, burn damage coming out from Fuse Lilia or anyone really, but somehow, some way, and that seems like to be the theme for this game. Somehow, some way, they're making it work.
And it's clear how. It's clear how. The fact that there's so much utility in the first barrage of Blacklist initiation changes the dynamics of AP Bren. AP Bren are approaching this from a orthodox standpoint. But Blacklist, they have a different timer. This is a different game they're playing. And that's why big fight after big fight, they scored the Lord and turned it on AP Bren.
Overload and everything for the Ixia. It's working out well. They wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for fantastic positioning from the Filipino sniper. We gotta commend Oheb. 8-0-0. It's all Oheb. All the kills of Blacklist are from that Ixia.
PL1, man. This is it. You thought it was just Haji who came in. Now, fam, KL1 is here to play. Blacklist, first of the scene here. The Lord, we're going to go for the pull. 17 minutes in, not evolved quite yet. I wonder what AP Bren's thinking. They contest, should they do this?
They're going to have to here. Blacklist International has a couple of mortalities as well available to them. They've got a fully exposed base on the side of AP Bren to deal with and work around with as well. And they go to the dance. Super Marco also positioning crucial. Oakland as well. We've seen this before. We have to watch out for the concealed play.
But Orthodox is in positioning. I wonder if Oakland's going to change his position. Yep, he's going to push up with a wave. You see him in the shrubs over there at the side. He's going to try to go for concealed play with Super Marco. This is something Benny, QT, and Gowie usually do. But Blacklist are already starting to blitz a Lord.
Taking a trip there for Renajay. Flap TZ still healthy. He's the front of the line for them. Has the immortality as well. They're still going to hold it here together.
All right. Looks like AP Bren's Ogwin and Marco took control of the long bush. They're trying to make it all the way to the Y bush, but no, here comes the engage.
There's the pull. Flap TZ's armor's going to be down, and there's Ogwin with the conceal. They're going to Sui. Super Marco finds the target. There's the nether though. Edward going to jump in. Lord's still going to be worked on. Full barrage right under the cover. And Kyle TZ that gets the Lord. But Blacklist International on the hunt. Super Marco falls, looking for more. Kyle TZ quite low. Haji looking for the pull. Can't get it though. But Blacklist International will now set up on this side of the map of AP Bren.
5-3 defense. Big fat wave up top. AP Bren holding on. Lord spawns through mid.
Kyle TZ getting that Lord was massive. It buys some time for AP Bren, but how much time can they actually buy? Do they have enough to hold on and defend? 19 on Ogwin, 20 on Super Marco. Will they have the damage to clear up the minion waves?
Lord taken care of. Blacklist International gonna drop the full barrage right under the mid. Flap TZ trying to hold it together alongside Kyle TZ. Blacklist International full force. They have the utility. Do they have enough? Ogwin now back up. Marco's can they defend the base here? Do they call it? Do they get back or do they push it in for a game win? Go for it. Super Marco back. Crystal gonna be working on utility. Is the answer as Blacklist International takes game 3.
This winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Life Insurance. Blacklist coming in with a clutch sub and a lineup that had us all scratching our heads. Finally get on the board. 1-2.